When you think of history's greatest sculptors, you think of Italian masters like Michelangelo and Bernini. This morning, Seth Doan introduces us to an Italian artist who's carrying on that tradition with a little help from a very familiar friend.
This marble baby sculpture called Look Down, meant to draw attention to the vulnerability of the unhoused, was installed this past week in New York. While the Italian sculptor may not yet be a household name in the U.S., the woman who helped get it here is.
Everybody started out as this baby.
This journey involving Whoopi Goldberg takes us to Naples and a sprawling shipyard studio.
A wonderful place, the perfect place where I can make dust, noise.
Where 37-year-old sculptor Jacopo Cardillo, better known in his native Italy simply as Yago, is working on his most ambitious project yet, carving away 20 tons of marble to create what'll be a 6-ton, more than 16-foot-tall sculpture.
It's nerve-wracking. You can't make any mistakes.
Well, you can. Maybe I made 100 mistakes.
You'd not think that looking around his studio. The artist has sent a piece to the International Space Station. He exhibited at the Venice Biennale at just 24 years old and won a medal for an earlier version of this.
Hello, ma'am.
There he is, the Pope.
A bust of Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI, initially wearing his cloak, a piece Yago says he never really liked.
There were no one piece of freedom in that portrait.
So you decided to take the Pope's clothes off?
Well, when the Pope decided to retire, it was an incredible excuse to go back to the work, unveiling what behind the humankind.
He's unveiling humankind and making headlines with his contemporary approach to this classical art form.
You've been called the young Michelangelo.
Please don't say that.
Why do you not like that?
I don't want to be the next, someone. I want to be the next myself.
One key implement he uses is social media to expose his process, a technique that's centuries old. He draws dots as reference points on a full-scale plaster cast.
You have pixel, right? More pixel, more quality definition.
Then moves a frame from the cast, fitting it into the same place in the marble. The tool pinpoints how deep to carve.
Now I'm here, and now I go close. You see? You missed this half centimeter.
It's in those final details, those last
Yeah,
millimeters.
of course. Imagine your face, my face. Every millimeters matter.
In those last millimeters, he's created masterpieces, some displayed in his church-turned museum in Naples' Sanità neighborhood. It's home to his Narcissus, his take on Venus.
We are so connected with this idea that there is an age to be Venus, but that's not true. It's a myth.
And it's where Yago welcomed a group of teens who'd beaten up that marble baby in a Naples piazza in 2020, not long after he finished work on it in a studio in New York.
I says, listen, guys, with the same chisel and hammer, you can break something or you can build something.
And then he whips out the tools, and I thought, okay, this is how you show them.
That story of embracing the teens piqued the interest of Whoopi Goldberg.
Usually you think of you as the celebrity. In this case,
Right.
You're the fan.
I am a huge fan.
She was touched by the humanity of the whole thing.
There is a lot of heart in the midst of it, and I want us to see our better selves in these art pieces. So I wanted it to be here because I think New Yorkers get it.
Having this baby return to New York kind of completes a circle.
Maybe it's just a step. Baby needs to grow.
As Yago grows, he'd like to create a new museum, maybe in the U.S. He prefers to speak through his sculptures, etching and evoking emotions that may not always need to be explained.
It's like when you try to explain a poetry. Poetry, there's many ways to understand the poetry, like love, for example. You fall in love. If you try to explain at that moment, maybe you destroy the poetry, okay? Maybe shut up, okay, and feel.